I guess most of us heard that repetitive complaint that Hollywood doesn't create original movies anymore. They just churn out sequels and prequels and remakes and spin-offs and adaptations and parodies and whatnot. But can you blame them? Look at the top 10 films in USA over the years and see how many of them are franchise movies. More people are throwing their money at these unoriginal works, so naturally studios are investing more money into producing these movies. End of the day, it's about giving people what they really want and making money off them. But of course, they cannot just straight up sell us the same products, so these wise guys tend to repackage them. So you liked a cartoony superhero movie? Then how about a campy version of it? Too campy for you? Then how about a more serious and edgy version of the same franchise? You know, something so serious and edgy that teenagers and man-children everywhere will be quoting the characters for years to come. And so we get different versions of the same characters being played by different actors. Think about it, just in 10 years we've had 3 actors play the same character of Peter Parker or Spider-Man. Of course this isn't new, we've had that from decades ago where different actors would play the same character on screen for years to come. Yet somehow, we now have people triggered by different actors playing an established character. There's a crowd of man-babies infuriated at the idea of a female 007.
She's not 007. She never was, she never will be, and making this move is going to absolutely destroy the Bond franchise.
The campaign to save James Bond starts right here, because they are not changing James Bond to a down woman, my watch.
The reason this has happened, why they went with a black female 007, is because the woke mob of 15 people demanded it.
And then there's another crowd of man-babies enraged that the live-action Little Mermaid will be played by a black actress.
I am saying this is a female role, an iconic female role, and I feel that they should put a little more emphasis on trying to find an actress that looks like Ariel.
The Little Mermaid? Black? Look, I don't care that she's black. I just don't want her to be black.
We don't want Ariel. We want our own thing. We want our own mermaid.
I mean, boy, these guys surely get easily triggered. Some were so desperate to prove that a black actress cannot play Ariel that they came up with pseudoscience to prove that a mermaid cannot be black. Cause, you know, we can suspend our disbeliefs that mermaids exist, but when that mermaid happens to be black, now you've breached science. Here's a look at the bigger picture though. This practice of different actors playing the same characters has been going on for ages now. Since the Western industries in the past were dominated by white male actors, well, more dominated than today that is, we'd usually see one white male actor replace another white male actor to play the same character. And there hasn't been much controversy over that in the past. However, over the years, there's been some progress in opening the gates for other kinds of actors. Female actors or actresses are getting more prominent roles now than before. Non-white actors are also getting better opportunities to play important roles. So it's natural that when characters are recast, it won't be the monotonous range of only white actors anymore, but we'll see inclusions of female or non-white actors too. That's why it makes no sense to be outraged over casting from a diverse demographic. It's been alright for white male actors to do it, so why would it be any different this time? Then we hear the tired argument that if we are to have female or non-white actors, why can't they play original characters instead of taking roles played by white male actors? And the answer is simple. It's not that female and non-white actors are only replacing white actors, but yes, they are in fact playing original characters too. So why is it alright for white actors to replace other white actors, but when a female or non-white actor does it, then a whole community feels traumatized? Should female and non-white actors be saved only for original characters, when white male actors do not face the same obligation? Any casting of female or non-white actors are often called a political move, with cliched terms like SJW propaganda, woke culture, or pushing an agenda, as if the white male demographic is the default representation on screen and anything else is a political move. Like it is so inconceivable to them that going outside the white male demographic could have some artistic merit. Of course, these speculations are without evidence, but evidence is not demanded by their target audience. A lot of this casting credits rhetoric implies that studios are trying to please a minority of woke people with such casting decisions. However, box office shows otherwise. When Wonder Woman beats Justice League at the US box office, or Black Panther beats Avengers Infinity War, it shows that the majority of the audience are embracing diverse representations on screen. Even the terrible Wonder Woman 1984 had a bigger opening than the Snyder Cut of the Justice League. So it seems that the ones raging over seeing diversity on screen are evidently the loud minority who's mad at things not being as it used to be. I mean, I understand if the race or gender is important to the character, then you would want them casted accordingly. Like, you wouldn't have a black guy play a white supremacist, or a woman play a chauvinistic character, or a white guy playing a Native American character. Wait, the last one actually happened. You know what? It seems like a race swapping is only okay when it goes in a certain direction. The community that often complains about female Ghostbusters or black superheroes tend to give a free pass to actors from comic book movies playing characters of other races. Let's take the Batman franchise for example. When Ben Affleck played a half-Mexican CIA agent in Argo, not only was the outrage minimal, but the film won an Oscar for Best Picture. When the other Batman, Christian Bale, played Moses, there wasn't a massive outcry among the Geek Squad over a white actor playing an Egyptian or Israeli prophet. The movie went on to earn over $268 million at the box office. Then we also have Batman's nemesis, the white guy who played Jesus one year and then got praised as a spectacular Joker the following year. And in those cases, instead of getting the outrage, we get questions like, if it's okay for non-white actors to play white characters, why isn't it okay for white actors to play characters of other ethnicities? And the answer is yes. Artistically, it is okay for a white actor to play characters of other colors. In fact, it is artistically alright for anybody to play anybody, as long as the performance is good. That is why even in the 21st century, Jesus is still overwhelmingly played by white actors. However, socially, it is looked down upon for white actors to play non-white roles, and here is why. Despite the inclusion of a diverse range of actors in the world, there is still significantly fewer opportunities for women and non-white actors compared to white male actors. So when there are finally some opportunities for female, non-white, homosexual or transgender roles, and they are filled in by the same old demography of white male actors, it becomes a case of the majority taking work away from the minority who had fewer opportunities to begin with. That is why there isn't as much outrage over women or non-white actors taking traditionally white male roles, since there are comparatively far more roles and opportunities for white male actors. Now, before you misinterpret what I just said, let me make this clear. I'm not saying that white actors have it easy, nor am I saying that they can play whoever they want, whenever they want. All I'm doing is stating the fact that compared to female actors and non-white actors, white male actors have relatively far more opportunities in the film and television industries. Simple as that. Now, going back to the topic, actors playing any roles regardless of race or gender have been common in theaters for centuries. We had men playing women back then and today. We have actresses playing traditionally male roles and black actors playing traditionally white roles, and there wasn't much outrage over that. Now, I appreciate that theater audience tend to be more educated and cultured than, say, the audience of Transformer movies, MCU movies, or any other Disney franchises. But as a movie buff myself, I can only hope that maybe my fellow screen audiences can be as knowledgeable as our theater counterparts, and not get triggered over casting decisions like backward folks on Fox News tries to get us to be.
And by the way, for all you kids watching at home, Santa just is white, but this person is just arguing that maybe we should also have a black Santa. But, you know, Santa is what he is, and just so you know, we're just debating this because someone wrote about it, kids.
It is every movie made about Santa Claus. He lives at the North Pole. You go find black Santa at the North Pole. He's white, Piers.
James Bond is a white male. He's always been a white male. Well, James Bond has never really had a specific race. But he's always been white, so it should kind of stay that way.
Embracing diverse casting options give filmmakers more flexibility in choosing the right actors. They can now look beyond the race or gender of a character and cast according to how the actor displays the personality of the said character. Kingpin doesn't have to be limited to a big white male actor. he can be somebody with a big stature and an authoritative persona. Prospero can now be more than just an old man in an island. The Shakespeare character can be a wise and cautious figure who has an expertise of their art. Lots of artists have already started seeing characters beyond what is on the surface, and while these kind of casting have created controversy among people who's not familiar with the changing world, more and more are now accepting of the fact that people on screen are more than just their genders and races.